Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to North Star Knife Reviews. Another vintage knife for you today and another Hammer brand. I do really like these Hammer brand knives, the vintage ones. They allow me to collect little pieces of history relatively cheaply. These were working person's knives. These were not something that people collected back then because they were inexpensive and they are not constructed as well as some of the other knives. But these were knives that were inexpensive. Somebody would buy. They just need a knife that's going to be able to cut, and that's what they use it for. So again, Hammer brand knife. The Hammer brands are made, most of them. Well, let's talk a little bit about the history of Hammer brand first. Hammer brand started out as an imprint of New York Knife Company. New York Knife Company was around since the 1870s. They went out of business in 1931. They then sold the Hammer brand name to Imperial in 1936. So there was a period of time where no Hammer brands were being made. The New York Life, rented lips here. The New York Knife Company Hammer brand knives were very good quality. The Imperial Hammer brand knives were lesser quality. They were made as budget knives. And a lot of the Hammer brands, as a lot of the Imperials, have a shell construction. As you can see here, the cover and bolster is all one piece. This does have a little overlay of some type of plastic. These are not actually pinned on. The pin is molded into the handle, and then this plastic goes over it so it looks like it's pinned. Same with the shield. The shield is molded into the handle itself, or this shell cover, and then the plastic goes over that. It's got a hole in it, and so it looks like there's a shield on it. All right. But these shell covers were something that was patented by Imperial, and they are hollow, and you can see they have a little tab, just flips over each end, and that's what holds it on. Okay, so they're not nearly as strong as something that would have actual bolsters and covers. And that is one of the reasons that they often didn't last nearly as long. And they're not really for heavy duty use, but they were inexpensive and most people could afford them. The closed length on this, about 2 3/4 inches long. It's a little peanut. You can see it has molded into it something that's supposed to look like jigging. Got 2 blades on it. The smaller blade, you can see, is about 1 1/4 inches long with a 1-inch cutting edge. And it has been used. Someone looks like it's been reprofiled just a little bit. And then it has these patent numbers on this tang. I'll talk about those in just a second. Then the larger blade is a clip point blade. Now, somebody used some sandpaper or something, tried to clean this. I cleaned about half of it. I don't know why they stopped there, but they did. And they didn't do the best of jobs. You can see a lot of scratches from sandpaper on this. But this knife cost me $2, so I'm not all that worried about it. It's still a nice little piece of history. On this, you have a length of just under 2 inches and a cutting edge of about 1.5 inches. You have a long pull on this blade. Just a standard little peanut somebody would have carried in their pocket just for little tasks. You can see the tang stamp on this. Hopefully you can see it. Hammer brand, and then the USA. The USA they started putting that on in 1941. Prior to that, if you have a Hammer brand that doesn't say USA, but it's still an Imperial, it's going to be prior to 1941. 1941 on, they put the USA. These patent numbers, I know that the first patent listed here came out in 1939. The second one came out in 1942. So I know that this is at least 1942. So I'm going to guess this is somewhere between 42 and about 50. I don't know exactly, but that is going to be probably the range that this of age that this is. So, in that period, shortly after World War II. Again, these were not expensive knives. They're never going to be worth a ton of money. But for me, they're just a little piece of knife history. And that's what I like. Hope you found this interesting. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. Y'all have a good day. I will catch you next time.